Our husband's actions is never an excuse for us as wives to sin. Our hearing the voice of the Lord, our knowing what God's word says, but our husbands choosing not to live by the words of the Lord is not an excuse for us to lie, for us to manipulate, and for us to deceive. God is a big God, and He does not need for us to sin to carry out His plan. Will you be a woman of noble character, or will you be a woman that tears her house down with her hands? And the actions that Rebekah took to try to ensure that Jacob got the blessing from Isaac. If you remember in Genesis 25, verse 23, remember the Lord spoke to her and said, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 peoples shall be separated from your body. 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. The Lord was telling her, your younger son is going to rule over your older son. The Lord is speaking to Rebekah, telling her His plan for her children. And so I can see, I'm not excusing sin, but I can see where she would say, oh my gosh, the Lord has said that the younger is going to serve the older, so I need to get involved and make sure that this plan follows through. Again, God does not need us lying, deceiving, manipulating situations, manipulating our husband to make sure that His plan happens. Women, wives, mothers, aunts. As women, we have such an important role. I'm going to be honest, it did not hit me until the last several years how important my role is as a wife. So let's be women that live for and stand on truth, that stand on God's word, that we would hopefully counsel our husbands to live by the truth of God's word, that we wouldn't try to manipulate and to deceive to carry out God's plan. You lying is never God's plan. The sad part about this is not only did Jacob choose to listen to the counsel of his mother, and he had to leave, and he was gone for many, many years. He would have not seen his mother again. As a mom, I can't imagine. Circumstances happen, life happens, I understand. But to encourage your son to sin against his father, and then to have to send him away, and then to never get to see him again. Man, what a consequence that was to live with. What a ramification of sin that was to live with.